So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everybody, it's a new episode of Ho Ho Hong Kong. I'm your host Mohammed Magdi, sitting here with somebody who's finally not Vivek. We managed to get rid of him. We upgraded him to a much better looking. Funnier is questionable. They're both very funny people, but definitely more famous. We finally have someone who's more famous than Vivek, which is actually quite hard given how famous Vivek is in Hong Kong. Actually, let me take that back. I might argue that Vivek is more famous in Hong Kong, but our guest is more famous definitely in mainland. No one knows Vivek in mainland because he is... I don't know if he's allowed to go, but I don't think he cares. Anyway, we have, my friend and also very funny comedian, Norah Yang, on the podcast. Norah, how are you doing?
Hi, Mohammed. I'm so glad I don't have to do a set after you said I'm very funny. I'm like,
true.
please don't say that.
Yes. Yeah, we were just talking off air, like, we hate it. And I do too, when like the host puts too much pressure. So you did a set a couple of days ago and the host... Tambi or Garen, was it Garen?
Garen.
Yeah, Garen was saying like, oh, she's so famous in China. This lady is gonna knock
Where nobody knows me in that room at all. I
Yeah.
was like, hey, I'm a very famous person. You guys don't know also.
Yeah. And then of course, yeah, it puts more pressure on you, right?
Yeah, I can feel that people, because I was doing my set before the main event, which is the roast itself. So I think people are here for the roast and they did not know who are the judges and who is doing the set.
Yeah.
And of course, they don't know me at all.
Yeah.
And I don't look really like a comedian to their impression.
Right.
Because I remember I was at the bar and then other customers just like looking at me. They're like, oh, you're taking the seat or you're watching the show as well. I was like, I'm sort of watching the show. And then the guy saw me get on. It was a couple and they were like, oh, you were actually a comedian. I was like, yes, I am a comedian.
Well, that must be weird for you because you started as, and I'm saying this obviously in the nicest way. You started as a nobody. Everybody starts as a nobody. And then obviously through the last few years when you kind of blew up in China, you're not really used to, and you don't perform a lot outside of China, outside of mainland. So you're not really used to people not recognizing you, and especially at a comedy club, right?
So that's why I was trying to keep it really low profile because I'm finally enjoying a room where nobody knows me.
Exactly.
I can win people over hopefully by the humor.
Yes.
But not by who are you? The first impression to, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're taking our seat. Do you work here, miss?
Yes. So that was fun. It was a fun show to watch, and
Yeah.
it was a very diverse room that I've played in a recent time. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about the audience like composition and stuff between Shanghai, Hong Kong, and the rest of mainland. And there's a lot to touch on, but I kind of want to go just through a little bit of our history because you started at Kung Fu Komedy in Shanghai, and that was which year? I was trying to remember.
So my first open mic was the end of 2016. So
Yes.
this year is gonna be a 10-year mark
Nice.
for my comedy
Yes.
experience. So
Amazing. And what got you to start doing stand-up?
you were there, no?
I worked there, yes, but I didn't know like what was your motivation behind it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you didn't know? Okay, the story actually...
You probably have told, but also
No,
even if I do know, we need
I
to,
just
the
wanted
audience
to
know.
say that
Yeah.
the story is very strongly related to the Hong Kong comedy scene.
Oh, really?
Because I was watching a show in Hong Kong. I was brought here by my friend, and then it was an English show, of course. And then there was a comedian on the stage. He was like doing a poll of like where you guys from.
Yeah.
I was the only person from England, and so he was like, okay, I'm gonna do a joke about the stereotypes. So he did the like Chinese people love drinking hot water joke.
Yeah.
And then everything's fine. And after that, it was an after party whatsoever. And then the audience and the comedians are going to the same bar because we have the coupon, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was drinking with my friend. And then the comedian came over and he was like, I recognize you as the only Chinese girl.
Right.
And then he was like, I hope you don't find it to be offensive because comedy is like such this and that.
Right.
So apparently I was already having shots with my friend. So I was a bit tipsy and my friend told me, I wasn't aware at all. She was like, okay, you kind of roast him back on the spot.
Huh.
So
Do you remember the comic?
okay. I think it's Ryan.
I swear I thought that would have been
think
Ryan.
it's Ryan.
Yes, yeah. That makes makes sense.
It's been too long.
He's also very polite. So
Okay.
like actually that kind of it all checks out. And when he does, and because he's very good at crowd work, and so when he usually like roasts somebody, he does sometimes like go after and like apologize to them. So that actually when you were describing just that one line, I'm like, that's probably Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So
I
Ryan
haven't really
Hynek,
seen him for a long time. but
he's a bit older now, and he has like a serious girlfriend.
Okay.
So he's not as
oh, we are
much
just
of, like, a
gossiping
bit-
other comedians. I love that. Like,
yeah.
do they even know that?
Yeah. No, that's so now he's like
Okay.
more of a homeboy. Like he still
Oh, okay.
performs, but he's like he loves pickleball
Oh.
a lot. He's
Okay, welcome
Yeah.
to Ryan's podcast.
yeah, exactly. But anyway, Ryan Hynek, very funny comedian.
So,
yeah. So you're roasting him
I
back.
roast him back,
Yeah.
and then my friend said, okay, I remember nothing of the thing, but my
Yeah.
friend said the other audience apparently they circled us. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, you go, girl, it was funny, because apparently I don't look like someone that would roast back,
Right, yeah.
Especially in English.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then I think it's Ryan, and Ryan he was like, oh, you should try open mic.
Yeah.
So that's his response to my
Right.
roasting.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't live in Hong Kong anymore. And he
Yeah.
was like, we have this brother comedy club called Kung Fu Komedy.
Yeah.
And this is their like content information and whatsoever.
Yeah.
You should sign up for the open mic when you go back.
Yeah.
So after I got back, and after I guess like few weeks, I signed up for my first open mic.
Yeah.
I wanted to try, but I was not knowing. I was not aware of what's comedy. So
Right. And what's
I
an
just
open
thought-
mic? Like what's
yeah, I would just like, okay, I just be myself because I'm in daily life with my friends. I'm funny. So I was
Right.
like, okay, it's going to be a 5 minutes conversation.
Yeah.
I just do it like with my friend and nothing's going to be bad.
Yeah.
But it was really bad because I would not prepare. So
Right. Was
any
I
stories-
there?
I think so because I remember I was the only Chinese and only girl on the lineup.
Right. Yeah.
So and I remember
That sounds
there
like a
were-
show I run. Like I have news for you. It's still the same.
What? No way.
No. There is no Chinese anymore. Just no. No, I'm kidding.
Oh
no.
I was like, I'm gonna kill you.
No.
Because you killed diversity, I'm gonna kill you.
No. We have a lot of
Right?
funny
I
women. Yeah.
see. I think I see a lot
No.
of
We
ladies
have
as well.
obviously we have Baiwan, our common friend. No, but there is a lot of like funny female comics now.
Okay.
We have Maitre, we have Nina. There is a bunch.
Finally.
Vanessa. Yeah, there
okay.
is so many. Yeah.
You cannot kill us all, you know.
No.
You can
Yeah.
bomb us all, but
Yes,
not kill us
there
all.
you go. But yeah, okay, so you started. Did you not like your first open mic at all?
Wow. So when I told a story to my friend, usually I hide the funny part to the last.
Sure.
And then they don't care about like how long does it take to
Yeah,
reach
yeah.
a punchline.
Yeah.
But it's an open mic, so people have expectation of when you're being funny.
Right.
So my first 4 minutes was like dead silent.
Yeah.
And then I remember all the audience, actually a lot of audience back then drink a lot of beer.
Yeah.
So they were quite tipsy, they were quite loud, they were quite like whatsoever.
Yeah.
But when they listened to my set where there's no punchline, also I did something which I should not do as a beginner. I said, guys, it's all like all the white guys speaking of their stories. Now I'm telling story from the other side of the world. Basically,
Mm-hmm. Right.
that was my first sentence.
Yeah.
As a beginner comedian, which really kind of get their
Yeah.
defensive mode.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. Obviously,
yeah.
now you have 10 years of experience. You know, like what not.
I was raising the bar too high.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
almost saying I'm so funny, you guys should listen up.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that was the horrible first time.
And why did you go back?
Our common friend Andy.
Yeah.
Andy, after I got off stage, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, that is horrible. Like,
Yeah.
I should not come here. But
I'm gonna go
good
home
thing,
and kill myself now.
Good thing
yeah.
nobody knows about this.
Right.
I just pretended nothing happened.
Yeah.
And he was like, you are genius. I was like, did you listen to my set at
Yeah.
all?
Were you in the room when I was on stage? Yeah.
He's like, you're amazing.
Yeah.
You got great talents. I was like, you have no taste in comedy whatsoever. Like, what's so? Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this is a very weird guy who's trying to be like very friendly.
Well, obviously, like, you know, like in the beginning, you also want to be supportive to everybody. Like, it doesn't matter if they're like bad or not.
I did not know about that. I
Yeah,
just feel
yeah.
like this is such a contrasting comment
Yeah.
that I would expect from
Yeah.
the bar owner.
Right.
So when I got back, it was him like constantly texting me, hey, are we gonna
Yeah.
come back to open mic?
Right.
You're really funny. You're
Yeah.
really talented. I was like,
Well, that to his credit, that also means he saw something like that even you didn't see at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess he thinks that I'm brave.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there is also like,
Also,
without
no
mentioning
diversity in the
no
room.
diversity. Actually, I hate to say this, but yeah, you're right. Like when we see like someone with like some potential, obviously because there's so many guys.
Yeah, too
automatically,
many.
no matter
many.
how hard you try to keep it like super like equal, the bar for them will be higher because there's just so many of them. So it's like, no, bro, if you're like just a little bit less good than all the other 10 guys, you're gonna be out. As opposed to like a new girl who's like, oh yeah, your competition is like 3 girls. And again, it's not because your competition is only girls, but like we still need to keep it, somehow.
I think it's very important because later on I started to try Mandarin comedy. And what I find out is that in my very early years, there were quite a few female open micers.
Yes.
Together with me that we started at the same time almost.
Yeah.
But none of them continue to do comedy anymore. But
Yeah.
the guys that I kind of started with, no matter how not funny they are, they're still in the industry.
Some of them are still in the industry.
And still doing the showcases.
Yeah.
I don't know how they find the market. But
Shout out Storm Shoe. Yeah, keep going. You don't have to say anything.
he
it's
has
fine.
his own comedy club.
I'm just
But yeah,
being
so
silly.
I would just like, girls do need more like encouragement.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was being very encouraged by Andy back then. Because otherwise, I'll probably take me, I don't know when was the next time I will go to an open mic. Because it was just so not worth it, the encouraging up part. Yeah.
And why do you think you are the only one from that class of female comics, open micers, who continue? Is it just because the encouragement from Andy, or was it something else that you think you had and they didn't?
I literally think that I'm quite funny in real life as well.
Right.
So my
So you
friends
believed
and my
in yourself
family,
a bit more.
when they gave me feedback, which is when they laugh at whatever I said, I pick up a little bit of confidence again. I was like,
Yes.
okay, maybe I should try again because
Yeah.
these people, they laugh at my jokes all the
Yeah.
time, and also not just people that I know of. Like I am pretty funny in like social occasions, like
Right.
workplaces.
No, I went drinking with you. You were hilarious. Well, you're hilarious in different ways.
The drinking me is my twin sister, so I don't really talk about her.
I mean, this is not a secret. There's an entire Mama Jojo episode on this, so I'm not even saying anything that is not supposed to be out there. It's
I'm a good actress.
yeah, you're a great actress. Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think so like daily conversations really kind of reboost the confidence and for me to go back. And then later on, it's the more you perform, I think the more you would find your root inside.
of course. Yeah. You're starting to kind of have a better sensitivity of what is actually funny, like that you want to get out.
Yes.
Like what's from your thoughts. It's like, okay, like the process gets a bit faster as well, because you're like, oh, there is definitely something there. I just need to word it better or perform it better. So, but also I remember the time when you started like doing more regular shows, like we started having you at the showcases and all of that. You were also pretty busy. You had like a big shot finance job, I remember, or like some sort of like office lady job.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Strategy consulting.
Right. So,
Yeah.
because I remember, obviously, I was working at the club and I would book you sometimes for the weekend shows and you would bail like last minute. You're like, yo, I have to fly to Japan or wherever you were going. Mostly Hong Kong. You would come to Hong Kong as well.
I came to Hong Kong a lot back then. Also, like other cities.
Yeah, I remember.
In
England, yeah, exactly. You're
so
everywhere.
yeah, it was just. I even brought my laptop to the club. I don't know if
Yes,
you remember. But
I remember. Yeah. Yeah.
That was not fun at all.
Yeah. So yeah, how did you juggle that? And when obviously you will get to like you transitioning to full time, but in the beginning, how challenging was it given you how busy your job was?
It's before I realized I already put all my non-work time into comedy. Like before I realized.
Really?
Yeah, it's like off work I would go to open mic and then like on weekends a lot of shows are happening on weekend. So if I'm not performing, I would love to watch. And
Yeah,
especially
you came
we
a
have
lot. I remember.
so many headliners who are like very rare to see.
Yeah.
So I just spent a lot of time, and then I realized that, like if I'm in Shanghai, then I can control my schedule because if I want to, I can work into really late. It's not a problem. But then if I'm on a business trip, then I'm no longer in Shanghai physically, then it's becoming tricky. So that was a point I started to realize I might want to change for a job that still be busy, but I can spend more time in Shanghai.
So you had a transition job. You did you
I
you
did,
just
I
left
did.
your consultant job?
Yes.
And what did you do the second time?
The second job is just in a corporate doing like sales and marketing.
So it's a less pressure job. Obviously took a pay cut, I suppose.
Less
Yeah.
pressure. Also, I just specifically asked my future boss. I was like, I don't want to be business trip a lot.
Right,
So
right.
once a month is my like top
Yeah.
frequency that I
Yeah.
want. So
And this is all because you knew you wanted to invest more time and energy into stand-up.
yes,
That's really cool
Yes.
because you obviously, that means that you had some sort of an end goal or at least like something that you really want to give it all.
yeah.
Even when you didn't have that consciously at the time, but obviously your decisions were affecting that.
I was treating this as a very, very serious hobby.
Right.
Like
yeah.
a very serious, but it's a hobby.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's not like really money returning
Yeah.
at that point. And also, I don't know how it can become a career for me.
Right.
Because to me, it was like none of my friends at all is doing anything close to what I'm doing.
Did you look
that
up at
point.
the time, like, to any of the Chinese comedians who are working in China at the time? Like, who were your idols from the Mandarin performing side?
So I think when I started, even the Chinese comedy scene is not like boosting like now. So
course, yeah.
there are not as many like full-time comedians still. There are Chinese comedians. They are able to be full-time because they also do script writing. So
Yeah.
it's like you have to be doing two jobs to make a fulfilling
Right.
full-time comedian career. But I'm not good at, and I don't really want to spend my time as a script writer. I can only write for myself.
Yeah.
So for me, it looks like something that I cannot do in the short term as a full-time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you so you had the second job, and when did you decide that like, okay, that's, I'm brave enough, or I'm just gonna leave that other job and then just do stand up? Like, when did that transition happen?
So after that corporate job, I joined 2 other startups.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was like,
so you still had like
I'm
day
always
jobs.
having day jobs,
yeah.
but my flexibility just becomes bigger and bigger.
Right.
Because every time I switch my job, I told my then future boss, I'm like, okay, I'm a comedian now, because
Right.
I'm starting to do shows
Yeah.
to the public. I was like, I wanted to be able to focus my time on comedy as well,
Yeah.
but meanwhile I can do whatever you ask me to, because usually it's about branding, telling
Right.
stories. So it's something that I'm already good at,
Yeah,
and
you're
I don't
already-
have
yeah.
to spend too much time on
Yeah.
it.
And you obviously want the salary. That's why. Like
Yes.
you're having a job because the income from stand up, at least at that time, is not enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I didn't really turn full time until I decided to start Spicy.
Right.
So it was 2023, beginning of that.
Wait. So like, yeah, that's obviously big time. So there was 2020, and then everything is shutting down, basically.
I'm still having a job back
And
then.
you still had the job.
Yeah.
And that went through the whole period of
Yes,
pandemic.
yes.
You're like, everything is like, things opened up in mainland, obviously, before a lot of other countries, right?
Yes.
So when did things open up again? Just quick recap.
End of 2022. So everything is really
Yeah.
back to normal.
Right. And you still had the job at that time. One
I
of the
do,
startup jobs.
But very soonly I just quit. Because when I see that the show business is really back to track,
Yeah.
I was like, I really wanted to do it more time.
Right.
So
But you decided to open a club, which is obviously in the industry is a completely different skill set and a different, job than either performer or even promoter.
Yes.
Obviously, a lot of them overlap.
Yes.
But owning a club, especially at this like level that you have now, is quite a big deal. Like, what got you to? I feel like as a performer, I might want to open a club selfishly so I can perform more. Did you have the same thing? I just want stage time.
there's no one doing English shows
Yeah.
regularly.
Right. So you just
That's
saw
it.
the gap. Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Like
Yeah.
I need to people ask me like, would you focus on Chinese comedy then? Because
Yeah.
there were a lot of people doing Chinese comedy as a club. I was like, no, I want to do bilingual, because I
Right.
started with the vision that I wanted to do more like international comedy. I don't see myself focusing on only one language.
Yeah.
Not even Chinese and English. I'm also doing like dialects. I'm
Yeah.
also trying like Japanese. I just love the fact that I can do languages differently.
Yeah.
And bring comedy differently.
Yeah.
So when I see that there's no stage for me, I have to create my stage. I hate the whole process.
Right.
I don't enjoy it at all,
Yeah.
but just no one's doing it.
No one does.
No one's
yeah,
doing
yeah,
it.
yeah. No one. Yeah, like I have similar, different business model here, but also run the show. But if it's up to me, and I feel like you can probably relate, like as the artist, you just want to go and perform.
Yes.
You just want to write and perform.
Yes.
I don't want to promote. I don't want to sell tickets. I don't want to do anything. I just want to perform. Yeah,
No.
but it's obviously not. Even for someone at your level, that's still not the case. You can't just like be a performer. You still need to have kind of create your own platform. So you started Spicy Comedy. Where did the name Spicy come from?
So when we started, it was me and my husband. We started, and then I think that spicy. I think whatever we said as like jokes is gonna be sharp, right?
Right.
Like spicy is a flavor that tastes sharp.
Right.
So we choose spicy, and then also he was like, okay. Also because I'm from Sichuan, right? I was like,
Right.
okay.
Oh, he is
whatever.
Sichuan. Okay, yeah.
He's from Sichuan. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I definitely thought about you when I
Right, yeah.
think about the
Yeah.
the name.
So you started Spicy, and you originally started with both languages, Mandarin and English?
Yes.
Okay. And when was it a success from the beginning? Obviously we're in touch, but also for the audience to understand. Like, was it a success? Like, was it super busy from the beginning, or was it a process?
The reason why I think we can do a comedy club is because before, like when everything kind of tried to go back on track, we were doing weekly shows. So the weekly shows is, I forgot, we do like 1 to 2 shows per week. And then the shows is like 100 or 200 people, maybe 150 people.
Yeah.
It just sold out very quick.
Right.
So we were like, okay, if it can be sold out so quick, that means we can do that regularly. So that
course.
kind of will support a full-time comedy club.
Right. So when you're doing the weekly shows, that was not at a full-time club yet.
No.
You just hire out like a venue or whatever.
We rent a venue,
Yeah,
and also that was only in I only did English shows.
Yeah.
So for Chinese shows, I perform at other clubs. And then after we started Spicy, we were like, okay, we will start to do shows also on the weekly level, but we will do shows in both languages because now we have the venue we have to utilize.
Of course.
Because otherwise the rent is ridiculously.
Yeah, and you have full-time staff as well that you
Yes.
need to pay, like
Yes.
salaries and
So we started to do shows like on Fridays. I can't remember the whole process, but we definitely started to increase the show step by step.
And when did your own profile as a performer and as a name like start to become nationally recognized in the on the China level? Like, when did that start to happen to you? When in the process?
I think it's definitely the TV show, the rock and roast.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
explain to the audience like
Okay.
that story, what the show is, and what happened.
Rock and Roast is a TV reality show of comedy where people compete to be like the funniest person. And then I think it started in 2018.
So just for reference,
That's-
it's basically kind of like a last comic standing.
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
just
Yeah.
It's a very easy concept. Just
Yes.
like comedians
Yes.
competing to see who's funny, and there's judges and whatever.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Keep going.
So I got on season 3. That's 2020.
Okay. And that
And-
was like, that was before the pandemic or after or the middle? Like, how did that happen?
I think I can't really remember because we are able to shoot the whole thing. So
Oh, okay.
I assume that it's
Maybe after things started getting better a bit?
yes.
Okay. So anyway, so you got on. Did these ask people to submit tapes, or like how did you get on?
So they have like 2 process. One is they will actively recruit. The other one is that you apply and
Right,
they will
right.
screen your
Yeah.
applications.
Yeah.
They recruit me.
Yeah.
Because again, like I was a pretty different persona compared to a lot of other comedians.
Right.
So this is a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is that they just recruit you, like you have to be on the show because we
Right.
need again diversity.
Yeah, yeah.
Although in Chinese comedy we actually have like more ladies than in English comedy.
Yeah.
Back then. But then the downside is that they really wanted to focus on my unique side. So they're
Right.
like, okay, in your first set,
Yeah.
you have to let people know that you're from Shanghai, you study overseas, you have a white collar job,
Right.
and you also do English comedy.
That's
So
I don't
everything
know.
that people hate about me
Yeah, and then they made that sounds like they're making you like really unlikable on purpose.
is the well to
Well, not on
them,
purpose, but to them it's like, yeah, they want you to be unique, right?
I was a very unique character on stage compared with everybody else.
But also as an artist, I think it kind of, I don't want to say sucks. Like it's hard. It makes your life harder if you're being given the topics that you're supposed to perform.
I was given the persona more like
Right.
like
Oh,
I
wow, okay.
I have to like not I have to, but
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe I can take step by step. Like maybe round 1, I talk about this.
Right.
For example, round 1, I talk about I'm from Shanghai.
Yeah.
Round 2, I study overseas.
Yeah.
Round 3, I'm still working in a corporate.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, because we don't know if you're gonna be
Sure. Yeah.
like advancing to second round. So just
Yeah.
say your most distinctive thing.
I'm also
in the first
guessing
round.
like again I'm just drawing from general experience as a performer. Like when you go into stuff like this, like wait, no, I want to do my like whatever I want to talk about. I want to talk about dogs and plants. It's not how they work there. They
It's-
tell you kind of like
for that
Yeah.
for that season, I think that they also figure. I think reality show and comedy shows are very different.
right. I see.
They have a storyline.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
So I
think
don't wear
I'm
what I
naive.
want to
Yeah,
wear.
exactly.
I don't say what, but
Yeah.
I feel like they know better than I did back
Sure.
then. So I was
Okay.
like, okay, if you say so, if
Yeah.
you think people can remember me
Yeah.
by that, I would do it.
Yeah.
And truth is, people do remember me, but
Right.
not in the best way.
Right. Okay. So keep going. I don't really know what happened. So they
Oh,
give
yeah.
you the persona.
So I performed
Yeah.
in the first round, and I become a very controversial character on that season
Why?
because
People are debating whether you're
the
good or
character
not.
is not likable.
Right.
And also, one of the judges said that, why are you being so elite?
Ah.
So that
But that's funny. But that's what the producers told you to do.
and the judge is like, a comedian should not be so elite.
Right.
Like you should, people usually put yourself in a lower status.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, is what he
Yeah.
said.
But were you conflicted about it? Like I don't want to be that. I was just had no choice, or how did you feel?
Well, when you were on stage and then after you perform, you realize that this is not really what you expect, and then you hear the judge saying so. I feel like I'm being. It's like I just did my final exam, and the principal said, "Okay, you did horrible."
Right.
As a good student, I'm just okay. I will take the result,
Sure.
and I'll go back and see what I did
Yeah.
wrong. So I basically stood there, saying nothing. Yeah, that's it.
And
so,
but that show is obviously not live, right? Like this is like there
oh
is-
yeah, it's not.
Di-
So
and
they
did
put
you-
it like after a month or so.
Yeah. And then when the show came out, when did you start getting following and all of that? Like when did that whole blowing up start?
So before that, I already got quite some following on the Chinese TikTok Douyin. So after
From
that,
doing what? Just stand up, or were you doing like sketches? Like what were you
just
doing?
stand up.
Yeah.
The stand up clips that I posted. And after that, so before I think I started to do like multiple platforms. I started to have like an audience and
Yeah.
followers. And after this show, I really get to be known by more people that might not be attracting to me in the first place.
Right.
So you know that on the social media platform, it's like you're attracting people of your own.
Right. Yeah.
But on the national TV platform,
Yeah.
you are shown to people who might have a different opinion of you.
Of course.
So definitely you can say that I'm getting known by more people.
Yes.
But also I'm getting more arguments, getting
Yes.
to more argument by those people.
Yeah. And are you seeing that in the comments on your accounts? Like back then, are you seeing people like, people trashing you and then people defending you and they're fighting and all of that stuff?
When I started to see like multiple comments or inbox messages,
Yeah.
which is just pure hate, pure cursing,
Right.
I just stopped reading all those stuff.
Right.
Because some of them can be really traumatizing. For example, there's one I still remember.
Yeah.
It must be a guy, and he was like, "You're lucky that you are born in Shanghai. If you're born in a smaller city, you will be like you will be flushed into the toilet
Oh my
the moment
God.
you're born."
Oh
Stuff
my
like
God.
that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's like illegal. That's like hate.
That's the thing that I'm getting. So I still remember up to today.
Did you keep some of them just for memories, like the worst comments?
I just stopped because I read a few similarly, just
Yeah.
no content, pure hate. I just
Sorry,
stopped
it's kind
reading.
of funny also. It's like because it's just like so vile to me that you reach out to a complete stranger. Like I don't think I can say that to someone I actually hate in person. Like someone I like have real problems with, and to go to that level, let alone a complete stranger. Like you should have been flushed out.
Yeah. I cannot even make it up because I never
Right.
say anything meaner than this comment.
And we were just doing the roast, and like the roast again, it's like the context of something. And even then, unless I specifically think it's really funny, you can't just say that to people. It's insane. And did you get used to that, or you just like decided no more comments? Like
so
that's it.
I didn't read any of those.
Yeah.
I just because my husband back then, boyfriend, he
Yeah.
helped me maintain my social media. So I was
Right.
like, okay, I'm done with all the comments.
Yeah.
But I do see sometimes there was like very nice comments.
Right.
You know, like very supportive ones.
Yeah.
I was like, can you, if you read those, can
Show me
you
the good
see
ones?
those and
Yeah.
then read me the good ones?
Yeah.
And then he read me a really, really nice, heartwarming note.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it? It took
Yeah.
you 2 days to just read me one comment.
He's like, I finally found
How
one.
messed up are the rest of the comments? You get me into even worse.
Actually, what he was doing is that he was creating other fake accounts to write you a nice one so he can read them.
Probably. It was so nice. It was
That's
not
really
even
nice
real.
of him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I also asked him to stop reading those because if I only get like one comment out of one day, I'll be like, okay, I know that 99% are like trash.
Right. Yeah, it's a trap anyway, because also I would think that if you're getting that many, like you don't want to see too many bad ones, but you also don't want to only be given the good ones.
Yes.
Because you will get in your head like,
Yes.
oh my God, I'm amazing.
Of course,
Right.
of course.
So it's a trap. But I feel like I don't have any sort of like similar level. But just
Do you have
as-
anything like a very, very like unbelievably bad comments to you?
well, I got a couple times, and it's both times are from people from the Middle East. They're offended by like something I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have
Okay.
one joke about like my name, whatever.
Okay.
And it's funny enough, it was shot in the Middle East. It was shot in Comedy Central, like in Dubai. And that went on TV, and
Okay.
there was no problem. Like the
Okay.
producers didn't say anything. Hey, we're getting complaints,
Mm-hmm.
nothing. But then I posted it on my own social media. And then a lot of comments like, you don't deserve to be the honor of the name Mohammed, blah, blah, blah. All of that's like
they're
people.
so nice. It's only you don't deserve to be.
Yeah.
Look at my stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think I got a couple of DMs that were like bad.
Oh, okay.
They were just like,
Yeah. DMs are the worst.
Yeah. So I got a couple of DMs that were like, if you're around here, you should be, stuff like
Okay,
that.
okay.
And I just ignored it, and then it went away. But again, nothing. But I think my point is, if I'm at that level and I'm getting this many comments, like, wouldn't you just be curious, like, just read them the whole day, or do you think it would just drive you insane?
Would you?
I don't know.
No.
I'm not
it's-
that, so that's why I'm asking.
Oh, I think just like if they are slightly constructive,
Right.
then I can read them.
Right.
You'd be like, oh, you get me. Like I don't like your attitude, or I don't like your content. You made me feel bad. Like whatever
Right.
that is.
Yeah.
I think I can know. Okay, so maybe I definitely start with the joke not as like that easygoing.
Right.
But if it's just purely cursing,
Yes.
what's the point of me reading all the curses?
You're right. Like, I follow.
It's getting me nowhere.
Yeah, you're right. I follow a lot of obviously like famous comics, and one of the accounts I follow from the backstage account is Joe Rogan, because he's obviously very big. And his account to me is fascinating because I think he is probably the one comedian who, whenever he posts anything, there is like hundreds of thousands of comments and mostly fighting.
Oh,
And
okay.
mostly like so divisive. I mean, he's also divisive as a character, but this is the one time I actually thought, oh, if I'm him, I would never read this because this would drive me fucking nuts.
Okay.
Because people are defending him a lot, people are attacking him, people are everything in between, people are fighting each other. It's chaos. And I'm like, how do you live like that? So I don't imagine. And he said on his podcast, like, I never read any of this, and he is right.
He's smart.
You cannot
No.
read this level of madness. So to go back to Rock and Rose, okay, so first episode was divisive, and people, fighting about you or whatever, messaging you, and then what happened on the show?
So and then, but I still got into the second round on that season. But I got eliminated after that. But then there are people. What's that move? Basically, like you can read people's comments on the screen. Like the live comments, right?
Yeah.
So in the live comments, there are people who saw me perform offline.
Yeah.
And they're supporting me by saying that, okay, you should really see her performing in the theater or
Right.
in the clubs.
Yeah.
She's really funny. So
Yeah.
don't let her like a first impression on a TV show like be in the way of
Yeah.
you seeing her offline.
Yeah.
So I think that a lot of people, not a lot, maybe just some people, they're like, okay, curious, how different can she be? So they come to watch me live.
Yeah.
So I think I definitely like, what's the word? Convert some of the audiences to watch me, and
Yeah.
then they kind of say, "Oh, okay, that's actually pretty good."
Nice.
So yeah, that was the transition. But that the like blow up of that season,
Yeah.
I think is really pushing me to like a way bigger audience than I expected.
Yeah. When was the time when you like knew in your core, I think I'm pretty famous now. Like I think I'm a bit of a public figure at the moment. Obviously, I understand that this question is like, as I know your person and you're very humble and down to earth. So I know it's a hard question for someone like you to answer, but like I also want to give the audience the full picture. Like when did you kind of know like, oh shit, I'm actually like quite famous now?
I think there were two moments where I was really struck. The first moment is when I was with my parents. And we were like shopping. I was on in Shanghai.
Yeah.
I was on my like a baseball cap. I was on my mask. I was not me at all for sure. And I was with my parents. Like my parents were never really in the camera.
Yeah.
But there are people just by hearing my voice. Like I was talking to my dad.
Yeah.
And she just like turned around and walked up and she was like, "Are you Norah?" I was like, "How did you
That's
recognize
crazy.
me?"
Yeah.
It was just so random.
Yeah.
And then she was just like, I heard your voice and I recognized that because I watch your videos a lot.
Yeah.
That was a moment I was like...
That is crazy, yeah.
That's really something.
Because obviously you would not recognize like you at all from looking at you.
Yeah, not
Hat,
face,
a
but
mask,
my voice.
Just your voice, yeah. So that's one.
That's
and what's
one.
The second
one is, I remember I was like... I was looking at my Douyin and I see I think there are a lot of like comedians or like influencers out there, and I realized that they also follow me back.
Right.
Like very, very big names in mainland China.
Yeah.
And I was like, no way.
Yeah.
I will just send a message to see if it's really that person running his or her account.
Yeah.
So for those times when I messaged back and I got a message, very
Can you
personal
give us like one example of like someone really big?
There's one is my favorite magician, Liu Qian. He is on like the Chinese Spring Festival Gala many times.
Right. So he's like huge.
He's like known to a lot of Chinese people.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I grew up watching his magic on TV.
So he's older than you.
With my parents.
Yeah.
Much older. Like I think I was in maybe middle school.
Yeah.
When he first got on the Chinese Spring Festival Gala.
So cool. Yeah.
So my parents all know him. He's like the guy in the TV.
Sure. He's like a household name. Yeah. And then you realize, looking at Duyan, that he's following you.
And then he was like, and I met with him after because he was like, okay, this is the ticket. Come to my show.
He come to you for a show. That's so sweet.
I went to see his show.
Yeah.
I went to see his show and I saw him off stage. And then he was like, okay, what are you guys doing after this? We have this we have this party.
Right.
Basically, wrap
After
up party after this.
Yeah.
We went and then he just told his team that I saw Norah's comedy all the time. She's so talented. She basically marketing for me in front of his team. I was like, you are my idol when I was a kid. Like, what is going on right now?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's super cool. So obviously, that I guess answers the question. Like that's when you knew like you're rubbing shoulders with like actual famous people.
I told my parents, they just like could not believe this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, your parents must have been very proud, I'm sure.
Very.
Yeah. Which obviously, as a kid, that obviously makes you happy. That like you did something.
Yeah.
And you made them proud. So, well done.
Yeah.
Before we kind of run out of time, we still have a couple more things I want to touch on. One is you. Actually, before I move on to that, and no offense in that way, a lot of our audience might have heard your name, us talking about you or whatever, but also a lot of people might have not known at all who you are. What's your following like on social media? Like, just give us like some numbers so people also understand what your stat here is.
Sure. I think I have a bigger following in the mainland China.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Media like sources. So I am 3 million something on Douyin, 1 million something on Bilibili, almost 1 million on Xiaohongshu Red Note, and over 1 million on Weibo. That's pretty much the main main social media.
Yeah, so just for people to have an idea. And the reason I'm specifically asking that question is to transition to the next part, which is if people look at your Instagram, which of course I understand is not the main channel in mainland. If people look at your Instagram, which Norah Yang Comedy, right?
Yes, Norah Comedy.
Norah Comedy.
Yes.
If you go on Norah Comedy on Instagram, you will see that you have been interviewing massive celebrities. Like, like we're talking about global figures. I suppose, I assume Scarlett Johansson was one of them.
Yes.
And then recently Timothée Chalamet.
Yes.
And I think you have a couple more. How the hell did you get to do that, number one? And what was that experience like? Because that's, of course, a celebrity in mainland China, like that magician or whatever, like he's still a celebrity within the confines of China.
Yeah.
Versus a Scarlett Johansson, which is that's mental to me. So just tell us how did that start? What was the experience like? Yeah.
I think I was being very, very lucky because whatever I do, I'm literally one of the few people that's doing it. So, for example, I do like a multilingual comedy, right? So people kind of know that I can speak the language, but also communicate with people in the language with humor. So people come to me. The time that I got to interview Scarlett Johansson was also like a surprise to me, like very pleasant surprise. My team was reached out to, and then they were like, okay, you got this opportunity. Usually those interviews, you only have like limited time.
Yeah.
You also have to submit the questions because they wanted to make sure, one, people don't have like boring or overlapping questions or questions out of the like whatever they're doing. So I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. So I submitted questions that I wanted to ask them.
So they give you the freedom to be like, what do you want to ask her?
Yes.
And what was the context of the interview anyway? Like, what were you guys
was,
promoting or whatever?
The Jurassic World, the movie.
And she was in China.
She was in
promote the
China.
to promote the movie.
She's in Shanghai.
Right. Yeah. So she went to Shanghai to promote the movie. They wanted to do an interview, and then
Yes,
but they give you the choice to like, what do you want to ask her?
So they ask you to like send your question list first.
Sure, yeah.
And the only thing I wanted to do is to make the interview funny. So I don't want to ask any like very repetitive questions from other people that would ask.
Right. Like, how did you start being an actor?
Like, how does it feel to be in this movie? Like, those are very general questions.
Yes.
So I purposefully choose the questions. And also I did a bit of research on it. I was interviewing the three of them, like the three main acting performers.
Or the other two.
Oh my God, it's going to be very embarrassing.
Well, I mean,
know their
to be honest,
Chinese name.
I've seen the whole interview, and the reason I also don't remember because Scarlett Johansson is so hot. That's all I'm thinking of.
Yes.
So even if the other two is as famous,
one of them is okay. This is going to be cutting out because it's really, really bad. But
actually, one of them you can say one of them is Toot, and then we will add the name.
Xiao Beibei. I only know their like Chinese nickname.
Yeah.
But
anyway, keep going.
So when I interviewed them. I already got the first round of like response in a very positive way.
Yeah.
Where the producers or their team, they're like, oh, you have very interesting questions. Like we only leave out one or two because time constraint.
Sure.
You only have like 10 minutes with them. So and I got to interview them, and also it's just so funny that they gave me a very similar pressure to what I would get on stage.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, it's a morning interview.
Yeah.
So I think I got there somewhere around 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And they were like, they've been like really late last night doing their like event. So
Sure.
They just got their makeup up.
Yeah.
They're probably really tired or sleepy.
Yeah.
We put you as the first interview. Or
where was in a hotel or
in a hotel.
Yeah.
They're like, we put you as the first because we want you to cheer them up.
Right.
Like to make them awake.
Because yours is like the funny one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so I'm not only interviewing them, I'm waking them up.
Yeah, you're the opening act. Yeah.
I'm the opening act for the interview.
Yeah.
So I got a bit of also it's time sensitive. Like you only get like 10 minutes.
Of course.
Because there are like other people waiting to interview them as well.
And for them, it's a press tour, so they're used to it. But at the same time, for you, it's like a big deal.
Yes, of course. For me, it's like I just don't want to screw up every minute that I'm with them. Yeah, so I just got to interview them, and then it just went really, really well.
Yeah.
I just like, I secretly count how many times I made them laugh. Like, okay, yes, twice, okay, 3 times. Okay, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
And it's make sure that everybody laugh, not just one person or two.
Right.
Because I love talking to people and make people all feel included.
Yeah.
So I was like...
I mean, that's also where your experience as a stand-up really shines because you know how to talk to an audience, even if it's a small audience.
Yes.
You know how to talk to a group, and that's really, really useful in that sense.
Yeah.
What was your favorite? Like, what was the moment you're proud of the most, or the question that really got a big laugh, or like something that really got a big reaction from them?
I think what I love the most about interviewing the like movie stars is when I ask the questions, they answer questions and they also ask me back.
Right. Yeah.
Because that shows they're interested.
Yes.
There were a lot of scenarios. For example, when I'm interviewing for the Jurassic World, I forgot what was the reason, but Scarlett Johansson, she was like, "Oh, so what kind of bubble tea do you like as a favor?"
Huh? Yeah, you're like, oh my God, she sees me as a person.
Yeah, I was like, oh, of course you should try this. So that was a moment. And I also did an interview for the Zootopia 2.
Yeah.
So when they asked me like, oh, where did you get your outfit? Where did you get your hair clip? Or where did you get your sneakers? I was like, they were asking me. And I was like, okay, I'll tell you this later. No, just tell us now because I want to get it for my kids.
You know, it's funny, like Vivek and I talked about this many times on the podcast, and both of us had our own celebrity kind of like encounters, and both of us agreed that the ones we respected the most and the ones we liked the most are the ones who are asking the most questions back. They're always the ones who are like curious and interested, because I met like obviously no names in either direction, but like I met other people who are like so self-involved and so like, oh yeah, you should take from me. It's like, who the fuck are you? But the other people who are also like, I'm a nobody to them, but they're just so curious. It's like, oh, you're Egyptian, you live here? Like, how does that, like just that like curiosity. And I'm sure they have seen way more interesting people, but that's like, it's so cool. And they're the ones who also I respect more as artists or public figures. By the way, the one of the guys that you interview is Jonathan Bailey, which
Chao Beibei. See, I know the Chinese nickname.
I'm sorry, I know I give you the option to edit some of this. I'm definitely not editing this because it was funny.
No, their fans gonna kill me. Oh.
Yes, it will be good. Some good banter. Before on the topic of also celebrities, I see here you hung out with Kabi. The guy the TikTok guy, Kabi, the black.
Oh, yeah.
How was that like? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know anyone's English. Oh, that's actually fine. Honestly, it's fine. So what was he like? Was he talking? Does he talk?
Oh my God. The thing about like watching too many his like silent videos and see them actually talking is like, what? Why? What happened?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's actually very friendly and he talks a lot.
He does?
Yeah.
And he speaks fluent English. I genuinely have never seen him speak.
He speaks very fluent English.
Okay.
And also it's funny.
He's Italian, yeah. He's like Italian Senegalese, yeah.
He was speaking Italian to his team.
Right.
So I wasn't able to follow that conversation. But I think I think that when you are that big of an influencer or content creator, you know in a second what people want from you.
Of course, yeah.
So I see so many times he instantly know that people want him to do his like signature gesture.
Right. Yeah.
And then he just go into that mode in 1 second.
Wow. Yeah, that must be like as an influencer, that must be like a good learning moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was asking him, I was like, oh, so like how many times you get a request like such per day? He's like, just all the time. But he knows like people want just the hand or face or the combo of hand and face. I'm like, oh my God. This is like, it's a real persona package.
Right.
Like he's doing it in a very, very smooth way.
Right.
Like switching between a normal person that can talk and a person that only lives in the videos.
Yeah. I mean, and is he like, because his videos are a bit like obviously like comedy, like goofy, is he the same like off record, or is he more like just chill, like kind of more of a normal guy?
The people that I met with, I think they are in China definitely for a reason. They're either doing like promotion or marketing. So they are all very eagerly to learn Chinese culture.
Right.
So he asked a lot of questions, especially he asked a lot of questions about how to speak Shanghai dialect.
Yeah.
Which surprises me.
That is cool,
usually other celebrities speak the Mandarin, right?
Yeah, they're like, oh, teach us how to say something in Mandarin. But he was interested in Shanghainese.
Shanghainese.
That's really cool.
I don't know why,
that
but
actually means he knew that you're Shanghainese too. And like, he noticed that as well.
Yeah, so he learned a lot of phrases and then he learned it pretty quick. I think like, what do you call it? Like language people. They're pretty good with those
because
things.
he already speaks French from Senegal, and he probably speaks another dialect and Italian and English. So he's already like a language genius. To close this off on the celebrities interviews, we last have Timothée Chalamet. Was that right before? Because it's quite recent, that
Yes,
interview.
yes.
Was this to promote the ping pong movie,
Yeah,
right?
Marty Supreme. Yeah.
Did you talk to him about him trashing the opera and did you know about that?
You cannot, because I told you all the questions are
No,
listed.
I know that. So did you try to get a question like this through or no?
No.
Right, yeah, you couldn't.
Of course, you. Like,
I mean-
even if I put in, they will remove it.
Right,
Without telling you why.
Of course, yeah,
Right?
yeah. Do you think, because that whole thing obviously blew up a lot.
Yeah.
You know, Kim calling the opera
Yeah.
and that the ballet
think-
people like useless or whatever.
What's really funny is
Yeah.
that like I see him and I kind of understand what people might see me of,
Right.
because
what do you mean?
before I met him, all I get
Are you
as
saying
an
that you're both
impression-
because you're both very hot, attractive people? Is that
Oh,
why?
thank you so much. That's number one reason.
Yeah.
Because like literally before I interview him, he's like a news blew up, right?
Right.
So before we met him, it's so funny. Like the question again needs to be submitted first.
Of course, yes.
But their team, they actually add like one or two like layers of explanation. They're like,
Right.
okay, we usually don't do it that strict, but
Right.
he talks so no filter. Like
Right.
the team told us that we have to do this because we never
Because
know.
he is unhinged a bit.
He is not controllable. Literally.
Right. Yeah, unhinged.
Because okay.
Yeah.
Because before I saw him, I already saw his events in other cities in China.
Yeah.
So he was I think in Beijing, in Chengdu. Oh no, he was in Chengdu. 'Cause
Right,
I
right.
met him in Beijing.
Right.
So he was like selling tofu. He was taking the subway.
Sure.
He was doing a lot of random stuff.
And is he, like, obviously he's a global figure, but was he that recognizable in China as well?
He is definitely.
Okay, so he's like, you know, people
He got
would
like a very huge following.
Right.
And then so when he did all those random stuff, right? Like so when I submitted questions, I was like, I don't know what kind of character he is. So I
Yeah.
don't know if the questions can be very wild or
Sure.
maybe not too wild because he's like unhinged,
Unhinged, yeah,
right? And then his team's like, all the things you see him doing,
Yeah.
he wants to do it themselves.
Right.
The team does not really plan all the
Right.
weird stuff.
So they just have to cater to what he wants.
All they can do is try to put as enough protection up
Right.
front.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what's gonna happen once he's on the field.
Right. But as an interviewer, you know, I do this podcast every week, and obviously, like, a lot of times it's just me and Vivek. But like, I've done my fair share of interviews with people in general. And as an interviewer, wouldn't it be exciting to try to get away with some, because you're being given a guest who's unhinged. And who, you know, who's kind of like wild and a wild card. But his team, obviously, you cannot fuck up your own job. But wouldn't you try to do something that looks like he went off, and then you would still make it exciting and cool?
So when I'm interviewing him, although a lot of questions were on the list,
Yeah.
but I always try to sneak in a question that's off the branch.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
That's a question not exactly on it, but I
Yeah.
can argue if
Yes,
I have
yeah,
to later on
yeah.
that, okay, it's a related question because
Yes.
he's interested.
Yeah.
And the good thing is that because I know, so I in the video I said that whatever he did in Chengdu is very 抽象 abstract, which means it's very like unpredictable. Like people don't know where he's coming from, but it's like what do you call it? That kind of humor? It's like a dark humor. I don't know. It's like very abnormal or like
Surreal, like, yeah, just like weird. Yeah.
it's a weird sense of humor.
Absurd, yeah.
Absurdity
Yeah,
humor.
yeah.
So I said like I told him upfront that okay, I know that he strikes people as like an abstract person.
Right.
So I tried to get him also on the board.
Yeah.
That okay, this interview is gonna be okay of you letting out the character.
Right, yeah.
So when I started saying that, I saw the videos. I know that you are an abstract person, and he's like, "Yes, I am." I was
nice.
like, "Okay,
That's really cool.
That's-
So you took a risk and he just went with it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes."
Yeah.
But also, it's really funny because in that room, it's only his team,
Yeah.
the cameraman, and me.
Yeah.
So my team has to be standing outside of
Right.
the room.
So you're basically him and his publicist, obviously, like.
They are in the audience.
Yeah, yeah.
Me and him are on the stage.
Right.
And then I can tell that some of the questions he would just like talk about it, and then he's just looking to the audience.
Yeah. To see
And
if they're okay with it or not.
He's just like smiling, looking to audience. I was
Yeah.
like, huh. And then I realized not only is his team in the audience,
Yeah.
but also his dad is in the audience. His dad came with him
Oh, that's cute.
to his job. So
What was he like as like aside from the whatever character he is? What was he like just like as a person?
he's a very fun person and he's very genuine. Like the similar observation as will they ask you question back?
Yes, yeah.
He did. Like
Yeah.
I gave him our spicy comedy like merch.
Yeah,
It doesn't really worth a lot
Right.
of money. Like
Right,
it's a
right.
very small gift.
of course.
But once I give him, he was like, "Oh, what is this? Oh, so
Yeah.
cute! Oh my god!" And I think to myself, "You probably shop for like I don't know,
Right,
1
yeah.
billion per
yeah,
year.
Yeah. You can buy the club right now.
You can
Yeah.
buy a lot of stuff that I
Yeah.
cannot afford, but you are interested in these like
Yeah,
little
yeah,
small
yeah,
gadgets.
yeah.
But he genuinely, or at least he showed that he has
Well,
interest.
he's
in
he's an Oscar-winning actor, so you gotta also know. I don't know if an Oscar. I think he did win an Oscar before, didn't he? Or at least he was obviously nominated for this one.
Yeah.
So whether it's Oscar, he's like a very
Yeah.
high-level actor. So maybe
So
you
for
don't know.
me, it was like I didn't expect him to be, and that was also towards the end of the interview.
Yeah.
I assumed he would say thank you and that's
Yeah.
it. But he actually talks a lot, and he also put the fortune charm,
Yeah.
lucky charm,
Yeah.
onto his pants. And he was
Uh-huh.
like, "Do I look good in this?" I'm like, "Of course."
Yeah.
You put our-
Everything you do is you look good.
I can probably sell them for 1 million per piece after you put on your pants.
Yeah, true.
But I was really, really impressed. But I can also understand why his team is very nervous because
course.
I can tell that whatever he answer, he doesn't really answer it in a way that you would expect out of an actor or actress.
Right.
Like he gave me very bizarre answers. Like I asked him, who would you do movies with?
Yeah.
With animals, because in that Marty Supreme, he was playing against a seal. And then he was like, "Oh, I wanted to do gazelles with ants." And then they just running. I look at them. I put more ants on the gazelle. I was like, "What is he?
What are you talking about?"
I'm so confused. I don't know how to follow with
Yeah.
that. And I was just like, "Huh."
Yeah.
He's like, "I didn't expect people. Nobody ever thought about that." I was like, "Huh? How
Yeah.
can I make this funny?" 'Cause this is-
Yeah. That's pretty hard.
yeah, he's really out of nowhere. And then he realized I was stuck, so he looked into audience.
Yeah.
And he got a smile. Maybe the dad is smiling
Right,
back. I
right.
don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. How would you follow up with that answer?
I mean, I don't know the exact, so you're asking him what animal would you do a movie with?
Yes.
And he responds with gazelle and ants and
Yes.
then more ants?
He's like, I want to see 3 gazelles at the end of that stage.
Yeah.
And the gazelles walk into me, and then they have ants on their head, and I'll put more ants onto their head. Yeah, stuff like that. How would you?
Yeah, that's a tough one, honestly. I would ask the audience, our listeners, to submit some answers. I am kind of stuck as well, especially major celebrities saying that. You obviously don't want to say something too stupid.
Yeah.
And but you still want to keep it funny. No, it's honestly, it's a hard one. I am
Yeah.
also kind of stuck too.
It's very abstract.
Yeah. Well, one last. This has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for joining. This is also one of the longest eps. We usually cap at 50 minutes. We're almost at an hour.
What?
The chat just wouldn't.
Wow, without Vivek, we go so much longer.
I know. Yeah. Actually, there is so many reasons why no Vivek so funny, and 2, we are actually funny. There is so many things. But honestly, thank you so much for doing this. We will jump on the Patreon for 50 minutes when we might talk about some juicy stuff. You know how the Patreon works. Doesn't, no recording of it except for the Patreon. And but before the juicy bits on the Patreon, one normal question to just kind of wrap it up, and one question just for me. So the normal question is, how do people find you online so they can follow your adventures and your shows and everything?
Okay. You can find me on Instagram.
We have a lot of followers in mainland as well, so you can do both. Yeah.
Okay. If it's Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, it's Norah Comedy. So the same handler across. If it's mainland social media, it's Norah 脱口秀. So the same name.
That's all across all the. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. We will put some links in the episode description as well. And that's one very last question from me, and it's very important that you answer this honestly. Okay, before we wrap up. Do you have Scarlett Johansson's number?
I wish.
God damn it. All right, I'm not even releasing this episode anymore. This
I
whole
wish.
This whole thing was just to get...
I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mohammed said he had a lot of questions for me.
Yeah, no.
Me as an individual, but most of the questions are surrounded
No.
that beautiful lady.
Exactly. A lot of this.
I will just let you know that I saw her twice. The first time was the night before. She was on the red carpet, and she was in the red dress. She was gorgeous, but just gorgeous.
Yeah.
But the next day when I saw her, she actually talks.
Yeah.
Her voice is as sexy as you can imagine from all the
Norah,
movies.
I hate to do this after 250 something episodes of doing this. Get out of my house. I don't like you anymore. This is really upsetting. So I'm just gonna end this episode here and then ask you for photos of her later. Okay. All right. Thanks everyone. This has been super fun. Thanks for joining us for this episode. Follow Norah online. Norah will also be coming back to Hong Kong a few times. We'll just talk about it, and I will promote that on the podcast when it happens. So come see her live when she's here. Go see her live in Shanghai at Spicy Comedy and wherever else she goes. Thanks everyone. Join us on the Patreon. Come to Backstage Comedy Show, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.